Hi, is this seat free? I see you here many mornings and you always look so calm. Today I really wanted to sit somewhere quiet and breathe for a minute.
Yes, of course. Please sit down. This park is a good place to slow down and think clearly. I come here before work because the morning helps me feel steady.
Thank you. I am Sophia, by the way. I do not usually talk to strangers, but today feels different, and I think I need a real conversation.
Nice to meet you, Sophia. I am Alex. Sometimes a real conversation at the right time can help more than we expect.
I think that is true. Lately, I feel lost, even when my day looks normal from the outside. I wake up, use my phone, do small things, and then the day is gone.
That feeling is more common than people say. Many people look fine, but inside they feel tired and without direction. The good news is that life can change, even if the first step is small.
That is why I wanted to ask you something. How do people really change their lives? I hear that phrase all the time, but it sounds big and far away.
It sounds big because people often talk about the result, not the process. A new life usually begins with very small actions done again and again. Change is less about one huge moment and more about daily choices.
I like that idea, but I also feel scared. I am only 21, and sometimes I already feel behind other people. Some friends seem confident, busy, and successful, while I still feel confused.
You do not need to race other people. Life is not a single road where everyone must arrive at the same time. A better question is this: are you moving in a direction that feels honest to you?
Maybe not. I spend too much time doing things that do not help me grow. I watch videos for hours, sleep late, and tell myself I will start tomorrow.
Tomorrow is a comfortable word, but it can quietly steal years from us. If you want change, start with today, even if today is not perfect. A small action now is stronger than a perfect plan later.
So what should a person do first? I do not want advice that sounds beautiful but is impossible to follow. I need something simple and real.
Then begin with your mornings. Wake up, drink water, open a window, and make your bed. Those actions are simple, but they tell your mind, I am awake, I am here, and I am ready to begin.
That sounds almost too easy. Can making a bed really change anything important? It feels like such a tiny thing.
By itself, it is small, but small actions build identity, and identity changes life. When you keep one promise to yourself early in the day, it becomes easier to keep the next one.
I think I understand. The problem is not only what I do, but also what I believe about myself. Sometimes I act like a person with no direction, and then I feel like one.
Exactly. Many people wait to feel different before they act different. But often it works the other way around. You act with care first, and then your feelings slowly follow.
That makes sense, but motivation comes and goes for me. Some mornings I feel ready to improve, and other mornings I want to stay in bed and hide from the day. What should I do then?
Do not build your life on motivation. Motivation is helpful, but it is not stable. Build your life on routine, because routine can carry you even when your feelings are weak.
Routine sounds boring to some people. They talk like freedom means doing whatever you want all the time. Is routine really a good thing?
A good routine does not trap you. It protects your energy for the things that matter most. Without routine, many people waste their day on random choices and end up feeling empty.
I never thought about it that way. I often say I want freedom, but then I use my free time badly. At night, I feel disappointed in myself.
That disappointment is a message, not an enemy. It may be telling you that your days do not match your deeper values. When life feels wrong again and again, it is often because your actions and your real needs are far apart.
Then maybe I need to ask better questions. Not only what do I want today, but also what kind of person do I want to become? Is that the right way to think?
Yes, that is a very strong question. When you know the kind of person you want to become, your choices become clearer. You may still make mistakes, but you stop living completely at random.
I want to become someone calm, kind, healthy, and focused. I want to trust myself more. I want to stop quitting when things become difficult.
Those are good goals, and they are possible. But do not try to change everything in 1 week. Pick one habit first and practice it long enough that it begins to feel natural.
Only one habit? Part of me wants to start 10 new things at once. I always think a big change should look dramatic.
That is a common mistake. When people start too many changes at the same time, they get tired very fast. Real growth is often quiet, slow, and a little boring at first, but it lasts longer.
I think I need that reminder. So if I choose one habit, what would you suggest for me? Something basic but powerful.
I would suggest a morning plan written on paper. Nothing complicated. Wake up, drink water, no phone for 30 minutes, and take a short walk. If you can do that for 1 week, your mind will already feel cleaner.
No phone for 30 minutes sounds hard for me. I check messages, social media, and news almost as soon as I open my eyes. It is like my brain wants noise immediately.
That noise can steal your attention before your day even starts. When you give your mind to the world too early, you lose your center. Start the day with your own thoughts first and other voices later.
That line is so simple, but it really hits me. I think I have been living with too many outside voices. Sometimes I cannot even hear what I truly want.
Then make space for silence. Silence is not empty. It helps you hear what is already inside you. Even 10 quiet minutes can show you more than an hour of scrolling.
Can writing help with that too? I see that notebook in your hand, and I wonder is part of your routine. Do you write every day?
Yes, I do. I write simple things, not perfect things. I write what I feel, what I fear, what I need to do, and what kind of man I want to be.
I like that. Maybe writing can help me stop carrying everything in my head. My thoughts become too loud when I keep them inside.
That is exactly why writing helps. A thought inside your head can feel huge, but on paper, it becomes clear and manageable. Sometimes the next step appears only after you write down the truth.
The truth. That sounds important. I think I avoid the truth sometimes because it makes me uncomfortable. I say I want a better life, but I still protect bad habits.
Honesty is one of the first doors to change. If you lie to yourself, even gently, your life cannot really move forward. But when you face the truth without hate, you become stronger.
Without hate. I need that part too. I can be very hard on myself when I fail. One mistake can ruin my whole mood.
Then learn to speak to yourself with firmness and kindness at the same time. You do not need to be cruel to grow. A good coach does not destroy the player. He corrects, encourages, and keeps going.
That is beautiful. I think I have been acting like my own enemy, not my own coach. Maybe that is why change feels heavy.
Yes, inner war makes everything heavier. Discipline is easier when respect is present. You do not improve by hating yourself. You improve by caring enough to do better.
What about failure, though? I start things, then I miss a day, and after that I feel like everything is broken. Then I quit.
Missing one day is not failure. It is only one day. The real danger is the story you tell yourself after that day, especially if the story says, I always ruin everything.
That sounds like me, honestly. I miss one workout or one study session, and then I act like I am hopeless. It becomes bigger in my mind than it really is.
Then change the story. Say, I slipped once, but I return now. A strong life is not built by never falling. It is built by returning quickly.
I love that idea of returning quickly. It feels gentle, but also strong. Maybe I do not need to be perfect, only more consistent.
That is exactly right. Perfection often leads to fear, but consistency leads to progress. A person who keeps returning can go very far.
Can people change their life if they are around the wrong people? Sometimes the people near me waste time, complain a lot, and laugh at serious goals. It affects me more than I want to admit.
The people around you matter a lot. You do not need to hate anyone, but you must protect your direction. If you spend all your time with people who love comfort more than growth, their habits can become yours.
That is difficult because some of those people are old friends. I care about them, but I do not want to become lazy or negative like them. It makes me feel guilty.
You can care about people without copying their way of life. Sometimes love means staying kind, but also creating healthy distance. Your future is too important to give away just to avoid guilt.
I needed to hear that. I also wonder about family because they love me, but they do not always understand what I want. They think my dreams are too big or too uncertain.
That can happen, especially when people care and feel afraid for you. Their fear may sound like advice, but it is still fear. Listen with respect, then choose your path with a clear mind.
So changing my life is not only about habits. It is also about courage, boundaries, and learning to trust my own voice. It feels bigger now, but also more real.
Yes, change touches many parts of life. Your body, your time, your thoughts, your friendships, your work. They all connect. When one part becomes healthier, the others often begin to follow.
Speaking of the body, does physical health really change the mind that much? I know exercise is good, but I often treat it like an extra thing, not an important thing. Maybe that is wrong.
Your body and mind are partners. Bad sleep, no movement, and poor food can make simple life problems feel much worse. You do not need a perfect body. You need a body that supports your daily life.
That feels easier to accept. I do not want to chase some impossible image. I just want more energy, better sleep, and a clearer head.
Then focus on health, not image. Walk often, stretch a little, drink water, and sleep at a regular time. Those quiet habits can improve mood, focus, and self-respect.
Sleep is a big problem for me. I stay awake too late, and I tell myself I am relaxing, but I am really just avoiding tomorrow. Then the next day starts badly.
Night can become a hiding place when the day feels confusing. Try making a simple evening routine. Lower the lights, put your phone away, and decide tomorrow's first task before bed. That can make the morning less heavy.
I like that because it sounds peaceful. I usually end my day with noise and bright screens, and my mind still runs fast. Maybe I need a softer ending.
A softer ending often creates a stronger beginning. The way you close your day matters more than many people think. A calm night teaches the body that rest is safe.
What about overthinking? Sometimes I know the right thing to do, but I keep thinking about every possible problem. Then I do nothing at all.
Overthinking often grows when action is missing. Write down the problem. Then write one next step that takes less than 10 minutes. Small action breaks the spell of endless thinking.
That is practical, and I need practical ideas. I notice that when I clean one corner of my room or answer one email, I feel less trapped. Maybe movement creates hope.
Yes, movement creates proof. It tells your brain that change is happening now, not only in your imagination. Even a very small, completed task can wake up your sense of power.
I want more confidence too. Not fake confidence for photos or social media, real confidence inside. How does a person build that?
Real confidence grows when you keep promises to yourself. It does not come from looking perfect or sounding impressive. It comes from evidence, from seeing yourself act with honesty over time.
So confidence is earned, not wished for. That actually makes me feel better because it means I can build it slowly. I do not have to wake up one day as a completely new person.
Exactly. You are not waiting for magic. You are building trust with yourself, one choice at a time. That kind of confidence is quiet, but very strong.
Can learning new skills change a life too? I sometimes worry about money and work, and I know I need to become more useful. I just feel overwhelmed when I think about the future.
Skills can absolutely change a life. Pick one useful skill and practice a little each day, even 20 minutes. Over time, skill creates options, and options create freedom.
That makes the future feel less scary. I do not need to solve my whole life this month. I just need to grow a little in the right direction.
That is a wise way to see it. People become overwhelmed when they try to carry 10 years at once. Carry today well, and let tomorrow meet a stronger version of you.
I am starting to see something clearly now. Changing your life is not one giant jump. It is a series of small, honest steps. It is not dramatic every day, but it becomes powerful with time.
Yes, that is the heart of it. A better life is usually built in ordinary mornings, ordinary choices, and ordinary discipline. The results look dramatic later, but the building process often looks simple.
Can I ask you something personal? You speak about this like you know it from experience, not only from books. Did you have to change your own life too?
Yes, I did. Years ago, I was successful on paper, but inside, I was tired, distracted, and not proud of how I lived. I had to rebuild my life through routine, honesty, healthier habits, and better boundaries.
That makes me trust your words even more. Sometimes advice feels empty when it comes from people who have never struggled. Your calm feels earned.
Thank you, Sophia. Calm is not something I was born with. It came from many difficult days, many mistakes, and many moments when I chose to begin again.
Then maybe I can become calm too. Not today, not all at once, but little by little. I feel lighter after talking with you.
You can absolutely become that person. Start small, stay honest, and keep returning when you fall. Life changes when your daily actions begin to match the person you want to become.
I think I know my first steps now. Tomorrow morning, I will not touch my phone for 30 minutes. I will drink water, make my bed, and take a walk. Tonight, I will write one page about the life I want.
That is a strong beginning. Keep it simple for 1 week and do not judge yourself too fast. Let the routine teach you what motivation never could.
I will do that. And maybe next week, if you are here again, I can tell you how it went. I would really like that.
I would like that too. Come back, tell me the truth, and we will talk again. A new life does not begin someday. It begins when you take the first honest step. And I think you are ready.